Hi, this is Ilma Art Studio photograph for today. That is the town hall of Orangeville, Ontario, where I live. It is about 45 minutes away from Toronto, and Orangeville is known for the blues and jazz festivals and for the beautiful landscapes around it. Hi, how are you today? My name is Ilma, for those of you who have just tuned in now, and I've been doing poem devotionals, Christian poem devotionals for the last maybe 5 months already. So I'd like to focus today on Psalm 92 verses 1 and 2, which says, "It is good to give thanks to the Lord, to sing praises to the Most High. It is good to proclaim your unfailing love in the morning, your faithfulness in the evening." And here is my poem. Praise, worship, and thanksgiving daily. Remember to start your day with praise. Give thanks and listen to what He says. It renews your mind and makes you see. It protects you from bondage and sets you free. Proclaim the Lord's unfailing love constantly. The Lord's love and help will be yours instantly. Seek His word and remain faithful to God. Never end your day without giving Him laud. And here is the essay part of the devotional. What do you do as soon as you wake up each day? Does your mind race to achieve your goals and do your own will? I have developed the habit of waking up and thanking God each morning. I started this habit when I was 7 years old. I got interrupted with this habit by sin in my mid-20s and stopped relating with God for a decade. I felt condemned with the sins, so I was trapped into thinking that I don't deserve His love. Then I rebelled. The Bible tells us that it is good to give thanks to God and proclaim our unfailing love in the morning and return His faithfulness in the evening. Prayer. Lord, I glorify You constantly. Reflection. Why is exalting and thanking God indispensable in a Christian's life? And that is the end of the essay in the poem devotional. And I just like to share some testimony about the importance of having devotionals daily. During those 10 years that I didn't devote my time to God, I was in a very, very unhealthy and toxic relationship. And because I had no way of really knowing whether what I was involved with was the really love, because it was really hard for me to distinguish that, because I was never really shown affection as much. It's like when I'm not saying this to put down my parents, but I'm saying this because I practically I didn't know where to get love. I had to provide love to myself, which was very hard to do because I didn't know how to do that. So I was always, as soon as I was ready to go and commute on my own in high school, I would really go out of my way to be close to somebody, to have friends. I have many friends, and I would really put some time and try to find out and figure out what it is that I don't have. So it didn't turn out so well, because I didn't have any idea how to really be committed in a relationship. I was very young then, but I would always have a friend, I would always spend time with a friend. I would go out of my way to visit a friend, and I did that. And then, since I was young and vulnerable, and so I attracted young boys and older boys to chase me. Maybe because, I don't know, if more or less they had an idea that I was so much obsessed with being loved. So I got into so many weird and difficult relationships, because I didn't really know what love was. So what happened was, like, I used my beauty and I used my youth to find love, and I got in trouble. So by the time I was in my mid-20s, I got involved with somebody who was then married. In the Philippines, there is no divorce, so he was separated for a while, but I didn't. I was so desperate for love. It doesn't matter whether he was separated or what. I was just desperate to be given attention, and I did. And so those years that I was with that man, I had to give up my devotions, because I felt dirty. I felt I don't deserve God, and I don't deserve to be in the house of God or even to talk to God. So those 10 years, instead of actually asking God help more, I turned away from him. And what happened in those 10 years? I led a very, very wild life. So I didn't, who became my God? It's me, to satisfy myself. Who became my God? It's this person who I thought loved me so much, and that I would do anything just to please him or to follow what he wants. And I did. And so I got in trouble. And so those 10 years that I literally idolized this person instead of, worshiping and praising God, I went down, down, down the pit. And by the time that I was ready to go back to God, he willingly, embraced me back. And right after that decade of rebellion and turning away from God, the next 10 years was the golden years of my life, where I vowed that God is going to be my husband, that he's going to help me raise my own child, and he literally provided for everything in my life. When I gave birth, I had no job, but he literally put food in our plate, and literally, gave me a job even if I didn't apply for that job. So I invite you to devote yourself to thanking God for the little things that he has done to you, or the big things that he has done to you. And I suggest you do that early in the morning or as soon as you wake up, because that is the only way we can put an armor or protection against the enemy, against the tactics of the devil. It starts always in the mind, and then the mind just rolls on, and it makes us do things that is not usually the truth. And he can even manipulate to make the truth that we know become a lie. And sometimes he can even make us believe that that lie is truth, and that God's word is not. So thanks for watching, and I hope that you will be able to praise, worship, and give thanks to the Lord daily. And I promise you that if you do that, you will reap a lot of righteousness and peace and joy and love. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.